Hello, my name is Paul Klein. I live in Las Vegas. I'm doing this YouTube video about my 2017 Dodge Challenger Hellcat that I purchased brand new from Towbin Dodge in Las Vegas. This right here is my third Dodge Challenger I've bought from Towbin Dodge. I still have a 2015 Challenger RT and this 2017 Hellcat. This 2017 Hellcat I bought brand new. It has been nothing but problems since I bought it. The car pulls to the right, the car vibrates in the rear, and I've fought Dodge, FCA Corporation. FCA Corporation is Fiat Chrysler Automotive. They own Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and any affiliate manufacturers, in case you don't know. I have tried tooth and nail to get relief on this car. These people have fought me every single step of the way. This car is a lemon, as defined by Nevada statute and the Federal Magnus and Moss Warranty Act. In Nevada, if any vehicle's been in the repair shop 4 times within the first year, or 30 days out of service within the first year for the same issue, it's a lemon. This car's met both those requirements. It's been in the shop 4 times, it's been out of service more than 30 days. I'm not doing this video for subscribers, I'm not doing this video for likes, I'm doing this video for consumers that may be in the same position as me, not necessarily with Dodge or this particular dealership, but any manufacturer. It is very imperative you listen to what I went through, because I have documented every step of the way. Because no dealership is going to voluntarily take a car back from you. You're going to have to fight these people tooth and nail. And that's what I've done. I spent a lot of time, and I felt I should make a video to help consumers if they're in my particular situation. On June 1st of this year, FCA Corporation, through their attorneys, agreed to take this car back from me. They made a settlement, they paid my attorney fees, and they agreed to take the car back. Well, that's over 2 months ago. This is August 5th, the day I'm making this video. You're probably thinking, if they agreed on June 1st to take this car back from me, why do I still have it 2 months later? That's a great question, and I'm going to go over the reasoning for that in detail. That pertains to why we're standing in front of Towbin Dodge, a dealership I bought 3 cars from, and I've been responsible for no less than 5 other people coming to this dealership to purchase cars. But today, that comes to an end. After I make this video, I will never buy another car from Towbin Dodge in Las Vegas, nor will I recommend them to anybody I know. With that in mind, let me go over some documentation with you, explain to you exactly what happened with my Dodge Hellcat. As stated, I bought this car brand new. I paid cash for this car. Towbin Dodge was a great friend paying cash for a car. They love you. But after that, when you start having problems, they're not there for you. My first service was 287 miles. Car pulls to the right. They performed the wheel alignment, aligned both front and rear wheel adjustment. It was necessary to shift the cradle and perform front and rear alignment. Now, for the ones that don't know what that means, most new cars don't have adjustability on camber and caster. These new cars, the manufacturer prevents a lot of adjustability to be done to the vehicle. So it's necessary for them to shift the cradle. And when you shift the cradle, you're basically shifting the whole suspension of the vehicle on the body and frame of the car. So when you do that, you tend to get a look that is out of spec, where your wheels are not lined up to the body of the car. Many people may not realize it, but on this particular car, it's not acceptable, and I realized it. First service was 1 day, 16 miles. Okay, get the car back, still pulls to the right. There's absolutely no improvement. Car has 1,600 miles on it, I get a flat. I go to Discount Tire, the great company, to do free flat repairs. While the rear tire was off the car, they noticed that both tires have unusual wear feathering more on the inside edge. Now you might be thinking, it's Dodge Hellcat, this guy's burning rubber in it, you know, and that might be the case. But when you burn rubber on a tire, the tire is going to wear evenly, okay? And this is a brand new car. I hadn't broken it in yet, so I wasn't abusing it at that point. This is a picture of the tires. As you can see, a feathering pattern on just the inside of the rear tires is a definition of something wrong with the vehicle. What it could be, who knows? This is after alignment's been redone on this car. So you can definitely see the feathering pattern. Okay? At that point, June 5th, I open up a case with Dodge dealership. When you drive an SRT vehicle, there's a special group of people, SRT division, that will handle any complaints you have on this vehicle. Allegedly, it's a high status vehicle. Different people get involved to resolve the issues because they care. All right, so open up a case. Here's my case number. Explain to me these people I still have a problem with this car. It's going to come back to dealership for the second service. SRT division needs to know about it. There's something wrong. If you get to this point, it is very, very difficult to communicate with these people. You can barely send attachments to them. You can't get a record of any conversation you've sent. It's through a special link. It's a very unusual process. So then, they start communicating with me, SRT division, saying that they're available to talk. I go to call them immediately. They're not there to talk. Again, I go through this communication process. You can't get a copy of your email. You can't get a copy of the conversation. It just doesn't exist. So at this point, I learned to run a print on my copy of my email I sent to them, because obviously I'm not going to be able to keep a record through them. Car comes in for service a second time. It's got 2,247 miles on it. Leaves at 2,268. In days for service, 8 days. I asked them to change the oil in my car. It's got 2,200 miles. Let's do the first oil change. I'll pay for that, no problem. I state that my vehicle pulls to the right, and both rear inner tires are wearing uneven. Cupping, check and advise. Again, they do a wheel alignment, align both front and rear. Again, necessary to shift the cradle and perform front and rear alignment. On my tires wearing uneven, these tires are performance tires, not made for long-term wear. Okay? So, now I'm getting negative results from Towbin Dodge saying my car with 2,200 miles, that my tires are not designed for long-term wear, and that's just going to be acceptable for me. I just have to accept that. Well, I don't have to accept that. There's no way you should either. Now the car's been driven 37 total miles, out of service for 9 days. They did replace 2 tires. Even though this shows a bill, I was not charged for tires. The tires on the warranty. Okay? Mount and balance both rear tires. I get the car back. I first noticed that the car is not running very good. Okay? It's Las Vegas, 110-degree day. It's not running very well. No problem. I get it home. Let's check the oil. Oil doesn't even register on the dipstick. There is exactly not one drop of oil on this dipstick. Okay? If anybody knows anything about dipsticks, you know right off the bat, there's 2 quarts oil compensated for right there. So my experience tells me my car is low on 2 quarts of oil. So that's an issue for me on a car that's got 2,247 miles on it. I look at my wheels after Towbin Dodge put brand new tires on them. Both rear wheels are scuffed and scratched on every single lip of the wheel. Every single spoke of the wheel has been damaged down to the metal. The black is gone. Not only that, they put different rear tires on my car. The Dodge Challenger Hellcat comes with 2 options on tires. The P0 Nero all-season radial tire and the P0 performance tire. No, I'm sorry, I apologize. Not P0. The performance tire. My particular car had all-season tires on it in the front, all the way around. The ones in the back were replaced with the performance tires. 2 different tires were put on my car at that point. Anybody that knows, you can never mix tires on a vehicle, especially 2 different style of tires. It is not acceptable, especially in a vehicle that goes 200 miles per hour. Okay? I contacted Greg in the service department here at Towbin Dodge. He says my car only takes 6 quarts of oil, and that's all he put in it. I go, well, my car's 2 quarts low on oil. He goes, no, we only put 6 quarts in it. I go, well, my car takes 7.5 quarts of oil. He goes, no, your car only takes 6. Like, I ended up putting 2 quarts of oil in my car. I'll discuss that in just a moment here. In the manual for 2017 Dodge Hellcat, it says the oil rating is 7 quarts, not 6. 2015 and 2016 versus 2017 Hellcat, there's a difference. 2017 has an oil volume rated at 7 quarts. They changed that, okay? On the Hellcat forums, you'll find out that it shows 7.5 quarts of oil, okay? Which reference exactly, I was 2 quarts low on oil because I put 2 quarts in it and filled the dipstick to the top. So I left my dealership 2 quarts low on oil on a brand new motor. Along with that, new rear alignment, they shifted my cradle once again. My front tire to the front of my fender was about 3/4 inches distance. On the other side of the car to the front, I had almost 2 inches of distance. So my cradle was shifted so much, it didn't even sit straight in the body of the car. Again, showing the rear to the rear fender, 3.5 inches on one side versus 2.5 inches on the other. Okay? My steering wheel was vibrating more now. The car pulled to the right just as bad. Nothing had changed. At this point, I realized there was a problem with this car. I complained to the service manager of Towbin Dodge, that is Abraham Marquez. Make note of his name in just a moment because it's going to come up again. Abraham responds back to my email. He wants to apologize for what occurred. He says it embarrasses himself. What he wants to do is have the 2 P0 narrow tires here replace the 2 P0s that were put on my car. So he wants to make the tires right. He wants to put the right tires on my car that were supposed to be on there. And he wants to repair both wheels. So I didn't buy a brand new Hellcat with repaired wheels. My Hellcat came with brand new wheels. And I don't want repaired wheels on my car. Who would? And then he would like to take care of 2 oil changes for the issue of the 2 quarts low of oil on my motor. Okay, no problem. So throughout this process, my car has been back to Towbin Dodge, and I'd like to make it very clear that they refused to honor both of these. They refused to actually put the right tires on the rear of my car, and they refused to honor one single free oil change. Okay, this person, Abraham Marquez, service manager of Towbin Dodge, refused to honor what he wrote in this email to me on June 19th. So I don't know if I'm dealing with unethical business practices or just greedy people in general. No problem. Car comes back in for 3rd service. Brought in 3,300 miles. It left with 3,411 miles. So my car, someone put 111 miles on my car in their possession. Customer states that the front cradle is out of alignment. Right wheel is more forward to the right compared to the left side. They replaced the front suspension on the car. It's been replaced. Per Scott from Chrysler, cradle to be moved back to original position. I state that the vehicle shims at freeway speeds. Check and advise. So at this point, 3rd service in, my car's had 148 miles on it. This is 11 days of service, so I have a total of 20 days in for service. I believe they replaced the both rear wheels. I don't think they repaired it. I believe they replaced the wheels, put the same wrong tires on the wheels, sent me out the door. At this point, I'm giving the information to a divisional manager of FCA Corporation, Kathy Gamble. She's the divisional manager. I contact her, I explain the situation. I'm like, my car's been for service 3 times, had nothing but problems. I want to resolve this issue. Take this car back from me. I get a response from Kathy Gamble. I would like you to take the car to Desert 215 Superstore for service. I'm going to have a technician named Scott fly from Michigan to come and inspect your vehicle. I'm like, all right, let's set an appointment up. I'll come there at that particular date. You'll have your technician from Michigan come to inspect my vehicle. I bring my car there on 8/24/17. It's funny, a year ago. I ride with a service manager. He confirms customer's concern of shaking at or above 45 miles an hour. The vibration is still evident. He confirms customer's concern of the vehicle that the vehicle pulls to the right. Car is there for 10 days. Now I had 180 miles of driven service on my car, 30 days total, out of service. 4th repair, 30 days out of service. The car now meets the Nevada statute of a lemon. They explained very clearly, they found the front left camber to be out of specific specification. This angle is not adjustable from the factory. Also the front thrust angle and toe out of specifications. These are not adjustable, so therefore they cannot fix the car. They've accepted the car as an issue. They cannot fix the car. I'm contacted by my service advisor, Jason. Come pick up the car. It's done. I'm like, did you fix the car? He goes, we cannot fix the car. You need to contact Kathy Gamble and go from there. All right. Car was there 10 days. I picked the car up. The car is in worse shape now than it was before. There's chalk marks all over the tires. My valve stems are missing on all the tires. You know, the valve stems have little green caps on them because they have the nitrogen air. I asked for my valve stem caps back. Oh, they weren't on the car when you brought it to us. You know, this car's got 3,800 miles on it. Yes, they were there when I brought the car to you. There's no chalk marks on my tires. So I felt, from Desert 215, I felt like really disrespected. I felt like my car was worse now. It pulled to the right worse, had more steering wheel shake. It wasn't washed, wasn't clean. I contact Kathy Gamble again, the divisional manager. She wants me to bring the car back to Desert 215 again. I'm like, hang on a second. I already did that for you once. It was there for 10 days. She goes, unfortunately, without allowing the engineer to complete his diagnostic of your vehicle today, there's nothing further that I could do at this point. I'm like, without allowing the engineer, this is 10 days after I dropped it off to you. How much time do you need to allow an engineer to look at my car? You already said one was flying down there. And it's funny, you said his name was Scott, and the person that gave me the keys to my car was a guy named Scott. He's just a worker at that dealership. Maybe that's a coincidence, I'm not sure. At that point, I was not going to allow my vehicle to go back to Desert 215 while allegedly another Scott was going to fly down from Michigan to look at my car that was already supposed to be there 10 days prior. At this point, she says, let me talk to my personnel above me. Let me see what I can do. I had asked for a replacement vehicle. Let me order another vehicle. The green was gone. They discontinued green for that year. I said, let me order another Hellcat with a sunroof, all the options I wanted, because none were available in the colors I wanted to choose. She comes back and responds, nothing we can do. We don't feel your car meets qualification for a buyback. I'm like, all right. That was August 24th. September 23rd, I meet with attorney George O. West. He's advertised in Las Vegas for consumer protection and works on lemon law cases. Had a great conversation. He takes my case on. I fill out a retainer agreement with George West pertaining to terms and conditions, what I'm to do, what I'm not to do. After I fill out this agreement, and it's signed for by him and myself both, he asks me, I do not want you to drive the car anymore. I don't want anything to happen to it. I explained to him in detail, that's not a realistic expectation. I cannot do that. He starts negotiating with FCA directly, September 27th. We're negotiating with FCA. Here's my case. We acknowledge your letter of receipt. You know, it's our policy to avoid litigation wherever possible. Please provide all documentation, which they clearly already all had. Again, they want to set an appointment up to inspect my car. Why? I don't know. It's been in for service 4 times already. They like to inspect it. That was October 23rd. November 13th, this attorney, George West, declines to do anything further with my case, which is a unethical situation on his part, which I will deal with the State Bar Association. His issue was, he realized I was still driving the car. I explained to him clearly, that's not realistically for me not to drive the car anymore, and your agreement doesn't state that I'm not going to drive the car anymore. So, that attorney's no longer involved in my case. He responds to them saying he doesn't represent me anymore and asks them to continue resolving the case with me. FCA Corporation says, we do not work with consumers who are not representative. Your client's free to contact customer service department or go through arbitration. Well, I'm not going to waste my time. I hire a new attorney, Christopher Levitt, and I'm going to tell everybody right now, I highly recommend this attorney. I hired him on 1/30/2018. Immediately, 2/2/2018, we filed a district court case against Fiat Chrysler Corporation on a Dodge SRT Hellcat. They get communication from an attorney on FCA side. Give us a couple days. Let's talk to our client. Let's see what we can work out. All right? In the meantime, I send Oscar Palma, one of the service, above the service manager at Towbin Dodge. I'm like, look, you know I have a situation. I've already filed a district court case. Let's resolve the matter amicably. Accept my car back for what I paid for it. You've got another Hellcat inside there with a wide body. I'll pay the difference, invoice for invoice. I'll pay the difference in cost. That way this car doesn't come back to you as a lemon, because it's going to come back as a lemon. Offer them another opportunity. I received no response for Oscar Palma. So again, Towbin Dodge turned their back on one of their consumers that have bought 3 cars from them. During this negotiations between FCA attorneys, they stated to my attorney, we're going to contact our client, we're going to get back with you. Immediately, they filed a motion to dismiss our court case. Dismissed the complaint of the plaintiff for not having enough proof and evidence to pursue this claim. Okay, so that's not going to work. That was on 3/20. 5/22, we filed an amended complaint because they did not like Fiat Chrysler Automotive being served. They wanted FCA US LLC being served. We amended the complaint, continued with the process. During this process, they come back with an offer of $5,000. They want me to accept $5,000, keep the car. I said, you're joking, right? I can't even drive the car. It pulls to the right so bad. I don't want the car anymore. And the money is not going to justify the issue keeping this Hellcat. It's unsafe. You know, this car already gets squirrely real easy as it is, and if you got a car already pulls to the right, I'm talking it pulls to the right hard. You don't hold on to the steering wheel going left, this car's going to the right, it's going to hit a curb wall, whatever's there, and it's going to do it quickly. During this process, I say no to the $5,000. I instruct my attorney to file an amended complaint, get this in front of a judge, and let's close this situation out. That was on 5/22/2018. We continue district court. This is an open and shut, easy win, lemon law case. Again, Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. 5/22 on 6/1, Fiat Chrysler Automotive, through their attorney firm, agreed to buy the car back. I'm bound by a confidential agreement. I cannot reveal any of the details, other than the fact that I can say it's very good in my favor. Now they got to pay my attorney fees on top of the agreement to buy the car back at those undisclosed amount of fees, and it's cost FCA Corporation more money than if they just agreed to take the car back at the beginning. Now, this goes back to, if they agreed to buy it back on June 1st, why do I still have it on August 5th, 2 months and 4 days later? So there's a company that gets involved called Sterycycle, who work you to obtaining a dealer contact at Towbin Dodge LLC for the surrender of your vehicle. Apparently it's a normal process. The dealership takes the car back, and whatever happens from that point on, it gets resolved. I'm paid for the car, the settlement agreement, car goes back, I'm done. The reason I asked you to remember Abraham Marquez's name from this service manager, this dealership, is because on July 20th, Towbin Dodge decided not to let you surrender the vehicle at their dealership. So, from Sterycycle, the company that handles the surrender, Abraham Marquez, service manager at Towbin Dodge LLC, has declined surrender assistance. So, understand this clearly. Over 2 months after FCA agreed to buy this vehicle back from me, the service manager at Towbin Dodge refuses to accept the car back that FCA states to accept the car back. He refuses. Okay? This dealership has taken this issue personally against me. Now, I don't blame Towbin Dodge for the problems I have for this car. They did not make this car. Dodge made this car. I blame FCA Corporation for building a car that has this defect. I don't blame or hold it personally against Towbin Dodge. They did everything they could to make the car track straight. The car has a problem, it's a lemon. That's clear. But for the service manager to take it personally against me and refuse to let me surrender the car to the dealership so I can get my money back that I paid for this car, that I have yet to enjoy. The car only has 7,000 miles on it, owning it over a year now. So that's my issue with Towbin Dodge. They've turned their back on me. They refuse to help me when they've been ordered by the parent company, FCA, to accept the car back. So now I've got to go find another dealership, which is no problem. Chapman Dodge will accept the car back. This is Sunday. I'm going to take it back on Tuesday, and I'll be done with it. But they don't. What they fail to realize is I'm going to buy another Hellcat. I'm not upset where I won't buy another Hellcat. I will buy the new red eye wide body. So Towbin Dodge has lost that sale because I'll never buy another car from here again. So that's 3 cars I've bought. My next car I will buy probably the day I surrender this car on Tuesday, the red eye Hellcat. I'll special order it, and Chapman Dodge can have that sale. So Towbin Dodge, Abraham Marquez, shame on you for your actions towards me, because that just shows you're very greedy, because you directly lost the first sale from me, and I will never send any more customers to this dealership. So with that in mind, I will terminate my relationship with Towbin Dodge because they don't appreciate their buyers, clearly. And in doing that, I will take my little socket here. And I will remove my Towbin Dodge license plate frame. Break it in half. So that's my video about my Hellcat problems, what I experienced from Towbin Dodge in Las Vegas, and the process you're going to have to go through from the manufacturer. They're going to fight you to the end, and you're going to have to file a lemon law case against them. Now, one thing that many people don't realize is you do not have to pay attorney's fees. And many people may not pursue it because they think they have to pay attorney's fees. Not true. The manufacturer pays your attorney's fees. Matter of fact, lemon law attorneys take your case on for free. you don't pay them anything because they know they're going to get paid from the manufacturer. So don't let attorney's fees be a stepping stone for you not to file a case against the manufacturer, because you don't have to pay any fees. Believe me, the attorney gets paid, and they know that. The fees are paid by the manufacturer. So with that in mind, hope you like my video. Thank you.